Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
And your Wake Forest Demon Deacons will take over 1st and 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for a crease. It's Claiborne. Picks up a useful 5. To the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. He fires one deep over the middle. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds his man. It's Mays. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Back to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. offense getting set for first down. On the run, it's Blue. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Ewers. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Moore. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3-and-out. They won't do that here. They might go 4-and-out, but they'll try to convert here. They'll run for it on 4th down. And the Longhorns get it past the sticks.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
They're going to ride this running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Ewers. On target. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game score.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that pass is intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys... down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Claiborne. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone covers. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Claiborne. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting in at tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The Longhorns will keep this drive going. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Using his legs, it's Blue. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
With the game time.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Claiborne. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Bachmeier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off, and move the defense.
Here comes the Texas offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Ewers. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
The Demon Deacons are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The give to the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The sure hands, it's Mays. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. They want to throw it. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the right. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Makes a connection. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, obviously, look, offensively didn't do enough. Coach is not going to be happy with that performance, but defensively could not have gotten any better. You post the goose egg, you get the shutout. You were absolutely dominant. So I know the quarterback here in the victory formation, they're going to take this win any way they can get it, and they've obviously got a lot to improve on next time they take the field.
Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking at to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.